I gotta calm down. Because I gotta get excited for this game instead. Okay. Okay, alright. Now. We're in game 1 of the grand finals. And it's gonna be an absolute banger, I know, because every single game between these two is an absolute banger. We're on Oceanborn for game 1. And we have Team Liquid's Clem opening up with a nice little 2-Rax Reaper. You love to see it. His opponent in the lower right-hand corner, the Basilisk Gamer. Our Zerg player in the red, it's Reynor. Apoptos is dropping hot opportunities in my DMs right now. It's gonna distract me from the beauty of this series of StarCraft. Because now I have to like look things up. I didn't even know this was happening. Whew. Sheesh. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Doable. We're looking at a doable situation right now. Okay. All right. Just focus on this game. Clem. Fancy Reaper Micro. That's what Clem does. He's so good at it. And he's going to have lots of Reapers to do this with. Now, Reynor, not going for that third base just yet. I think he's recognized what this is. He scouted the front. Who knows what he's up against? It looks like it's probably just going to be the 3 Reapers out of Clem. He's starting to build those add-ons. Building a factory right out here as well. Ooh, a lot of Lings starting to go down already. Ling speed's about halfway done. Between getting bopped. Ooh, this Reaper going to have to juke and jive, and I think it's going to juke and die. Just trying to stay alive as long as possible before it finally goes down. So funny. Yeah, well, only 3 Lings dying. Actually, I thought it was going to be worse than that. Obviously, delaying the third base is very, very painful here for Reynor, but not too big of a deal. Billy and the Kid? Oh, that's it for sure. Oh, that is it for sure. Getya Nash, the Stampede in chat. Killing it. Billy and the Kid? That's so good. That's so good. So because I know I'm going to put this game on YouTube and I want to give some context to people who might not have been watching right before we started the series. I was talking about how Serral is obviously the GOAT, with the trifecta of players in Europe is Serral, Clem, and Reynor. Clem just won DreamHack Atlanta. Raynor's been calling him the Kid for years at this point. He literally actually did it in chat before this game started. He called him Kid. Kid is obviously a word for baby goat. So that makes sense to me. Clem's like the baby goat. But then what is Reynor? If Serral's the goat, Clem's the Kid, Raynor's got to be something too. Ooh, Reynor right now getting a big ol' surround on a lot of this stuff. Yeesh, this is not going well for Clem. And we were looking up terms, other goat-related terms, and one of them was Billy, like a Billy goat. So if Reynor is the Billy, then we have Billy and the Kid here. And then we've got the goat, is Serral. I mean, that's just perfect, right? Like it can't be any better than that. It's beautiful. I'm glad we solved this. These Hellions both somehow get away. So let's take a look at what has actually happened, what has actually transpired this game. So far, I mean, that catch by Reynor was huge. Building all those lings really paid off for him. He got 2 Cyclones, 2 Hellions, and he's killed all 3 Reapers now. And despite losing that Overlord, is still in a better position in the resources lost. But not only that, Clem's whole early game revolved around getting something done with those Hellions and Cyclones, right? And he just didn't. And now he's going to try to move out with this Marine drop, but Reynor, already on such a good early game, should be very prepared for this. He sees the Medivacs, and he's just here. He's ready for it. Does he have anything in the main to deal with this? The answer is not really. Got some Queens coming up right now. Looks like the Marines are going to drop behind the mineral line anyways. Try to force a cancel on this base. They will successfully force a cancel on that base, as the Queens can't come that far off. Creep, put up, transfuse, keep her alive, transfuse. Woo! Okay, Clem picks off a couple Queens, gets out of there. Gonna head towards the main now. Reynor does have some units in position. Oh, the Medevac's so low, but gets out of there. Senji, thank you so much for the 25-month resubscription, as you have made it home now onto your main account. You can hit that resub button. I appreciate that. Welcome back. What about Mixu? Mixu's the Finnish champion. Cyril's the GOAT. It's important to know everybody's title here. Mixu is the Finnish champion. Cyril is the world champion. Ooh, we got a big run by coming in here. These Hellions from earlier were healed up. They're going to buy a little bit of time, but not that much time. There's going to be a lot of dead SCVs over here while those Marines try to come back. 8 workers going down. It looks like a lot of these Lings will escape as well. That was not a lot of Ling damage there for 8 SCVs. It's very nice for Reynor. Oh, he's going to morph some Banes. He just wants to go right back in. And Clem's going to move back across the map, leaving an opportunity here for those Banelings to potentially get in there and get some damage done. Reynor has so much stuff on the other side of the map. He's rolling Banelings through the center. Clem nicely split. Clem has 2 groups on this side of the map. Reynor needs to figure out how he wants to engage with this. He's going to dive into this base. I mean, that's just going to be a lot of dead SCVs. Oh my God, it's a massacre. 22 workers going down as this third base gets routed in the counterattack. The natural as well, but Clem on the other side of the map, he's going to kill this 4th base. He's going to keep the pressure on, but he's not watching the Banelings come in and smash through that drop. And 33 SCVs went down on the other side of the map. Some of these Lings even get out of here. Some of them burrow under the command center to stop Clem from landing it easily. Oh, and this is so painful for Clem. He's still getting some damage done over here, but he loses one of the Medivacs. The other one will stay alive, and we'll be able to pick up these units and get out of here. But Clem's down to 38 workers. He's just trying to hold on to whatever he's got, just this drop over here, doing its best to keep something in favor of Clem. And wait, oh, baby! Big explosion there as those Baneling landmines catch Clem off guard. Kill some of those Marines. One of the few things Clem has going for him is that Marine count. Reynor's going to chase him up here. He's got to watch out for those Widow Mines, but he backs up. This drop in the meantime gets pushed away again. It's taking a little bit of damage. That Clem's just going to tap out. He's just going to get on out of there. I didn't see if there was another Baneling landmine. I feel like that might have been what sealed the deal there, but GG. Anyways, Reynor takes game number 1 with some cheeky plays, run-bys, Baneling landmines. You love to see it. And, you know, Clem, despite coming off of a really good victory in DreamHack Atlanta, Reynor struggling there a little bit in that tournament. But off the back of that, he's been practicing really hard. Reynor is really focusing on Katowice and getting his practice in. He was practicing in like an Archon mode with like 4 or 5 pretty high-level Terrans on one side, controlling the Terran, and he was like fighting against that, which is crazy that he's able to win in that situation. Actually insane. He's been really putting in the practice, and it's showing off here. Game number 1, taking him down. And now we're hopping into Equilibrium, an interesting map. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, we have Team Liquid's Clem. Finds himself down 0-1. It is a best of 5 though, so quite a bit more time before we have to worry about that final game. His opponent in the upper right for Basilisk Gaming is Reynor. I'm still just excited about the idea of calling Reynor Billy, and then we have Billy and the Kid. It does feel weird because his name is not Billy, but maybe we should make his name be Billy. Reynor needs to rename himself to William so he can be Billy. Billy and the Kid and the Goat. Clem not going for the 2-Rex Reaper opening this game. So obviously Equilibrium we're already seeing. It's a very interesting map. I love maps in this shape. I think it's fun to have a map like this in the map pool. It's a very big map that there's a lot of like empty space in the center of this map. Just absolutely nothing here. Which, I don't know, it's not my favorite aspect of this map. Does mean there's a lot of potential for run-bys, a lot of potential for, you know, split multi-prong attacks, things like that. It makes it a little bit harder for the Zerg to spread their creep when there's so much space to spread it. But also means it's harder for the Terran to clean it up. You know, a little back and forth here. Clem's going to be able to stop this drone from getting in and making that base, but the drone saves itself in an extractor. Clem grabs that drone, though. Gets the kill on the drone. The SCV over here trying to continue blocking this base. Clem just being as annoying as possible. Reynor's just taking this base. He's not even going to try to take this third anymore. Looks like the drone can escape, though, as the queens are body blocking for it. We'll see if Clem's able to take advantage of the fact that Reynor is taking this third. Rather than this one. Kind of interesting. I've actually thought for a long time, speaking of the Archon mode practice that Reynor's been doing, I've thought for a long time that it'd be really good, like a really good content thing to do, to get like 3 or 4 content creators in an Archon mode, like best of 7 series against a pro. You could even do like start with 3 and then have a 4th on standby just in case the 3 couldn't cut it. Get the 4th one in, or like do 4 and then 5. I don't know. I always thought that'd be fun content. Hellions and Reaper trying to dive in here, but Reynor so far great on the defense. Keeps them away. Ling's actually going to catch this now. Clean up the one Hellion and the Reaper. The other Hellion got to get out of there. Sorry, still distracted by thinking about exciting things that I might do this weekend. Exciting plans that have just potentially come to light. We shall see. I might have to call out of work. It's seeming like that's a possibility right now. That's what you got to do sometimes, you know. That's why I keep that sick pay ready to go. All right. So what do we got here? I mean, this pretty much exactly what you expect in an opening of TVZ. So far, Reynor's had great defense. Starting to get that creep spread going, but Clem is on his way over to put the kibosh on that with his double drop. However, the third base feeling a little exposed here. Reynor's going to dive in at the perfect time and get on top of this, even getting on top of that Hellion, take it down, and forcing that double drop back. Oh, this is fantastic for Reynor. Delaying that drop by so much. I feel like Clem maybe overestimated how many Lings there were in that little counterattack. I don't think he needed to bring all this home to defend it. Just a few Marines getting over there probably would have been enough. But now he goes back out again, and the Lings come back in. This time it's even more Lings. This time Clem does not turn around. Oh, the SCVs turn into fight as well. And now the Queens are here to defend this drop with some Ling reinforcements showing up. A scan goes down, but he can't even clear the creep tumors because there's too many Queens right on top of them. Looks like the Lings have been pushed away back at home, but 6 SCVs went down, and Clem goes in, doesn't even get a single creep tumor, doesn't kill anything. Okay, finally, he's going to get something here. Cleaning up some creep in the middle of this map. Grabbing Overlord as well. Clem going to pick up. He's going to head towards the main base. More Lings coming out. Reynor on 59 drones. Not the highest drone count right now. But because he has that gold base, he doesn't need quite as many drones to have good saturation over here. But this third base is not very saturated at all. I'm going to clear up some more creep before the Queens can come up here and push them away. Maybe respread some of that creep. And Reynor good on the defense. Oh, same time, some Banelings getting in. 5 SCVs going down. There is a bit of a wall here, but looks like they just went around this side instead. Now we've got another drop down here. This one's a couple of Widow Mines, though. They're going to try to get some cheeky kills. Woo! Great split from Reynor. I don't know how he doesn't, man. Actually insane. Overseer going to finish up. Oh, he doesn't kill the Widow Mine. Actually, Reynor needs to be a little careful about that. As more Widow Mines come in here. Oh, saves it with a Spore Crawler. Damn, what a move. He's only lost 2 drones to all of this. Meanwhile, 5 more SCVs going down. Oh, that's not it. 14 more SCVs going down. Jesus. And going to delay the CC with another one. 15 SCVs. Finally, though, some more workers go down here as this Widow Mine gets a few more kills. I think it got those 4 more drone kills. And now some Marines showing up to fight against these Queens. The Queens can buy a little bit of time, but the Lings need to get down here. However, it looks like the Lings are focused on the main and on the counterattack. This is a big counterattack for Reynor. He's got to be careful of the Widow Mines, which he is. And he is still, oh my god, he's getting so much damage done. 24 SCVs have fallen, but Reynor, he's only got 52 workers right now. He is not droning at all. And that's a bit of a problem for him. Even though he's done some fantastic damage, his worker count is so low, it feels like it doesn't matter. Like, Clem is still going to be able to keep up production with them. Neither player has a very good economy. Clem is supply blocked right now, though, which is super painful, and that wall is gone. It's going to make it even harder for Clem to defend against some of these counterattacks that just keep on coming from Reynor. Reynor has defended on his side of the map. I really would love to see, like, just a handful more drones come out. 55 just feels like so little. Oh, but these Lings getting so much damage on the other side of the map. Killing a bunch of those mules that had just dropped. Banelings being morphed now. Clem's going to try to jump on top of this. How did the Lings trade with this? I feel like the answer is not great, but Reynor's going for it anyways. Widow Mines are going to lift up and pull back. Can the Banelings connect on anything good? Not really. There is an Overseer here to clean up these Widow Mines. More Banelings coming through, rolling off. Creep not going to be able to connect with those Marines, but 13 more SCVs go down, and then Reynor is going to pull back. At the same time, some more drones fall to this drop, but Reynor doing a great job cleaning that up. We're seeing that multitasking practice that he was doing kind of paying off here. I feel like Reynor is focusing everywhere so well. But because he's on such a low drone count, finally, 4 more drones on the way. Please, Reynor, please. Clem, in the meantime, is spending all of his minerals, but he's floating a bunch of gas just because he's desperately trying to keep that marine production up. Queens try to push these medevacs away, but they need some Ling support, and Reynor a little bit late with the Lings. 3 Queens go down there, and both medevacs survive. At least for the time being. There's a lot of medevacs back at home for Clem. That's going to make it basically impossible for the Lings to chew through that healing, as those last few Marines are just going to get healed up instantaneously. Needs to get some Baneling connections to take those guys down quick. Well, Reynor once again a little out of position with the Lings. This time, though, they're a bit closer. 1 Queen still falling before the lift up here for Clem. Clem getting some really nice damage now. Reynor has finally gone up to 67 workers. Wow. As Lings and Banes trying to get in here. This is not a door. Oh, the Widowmine connects, but a little bit late. The Banelings smashing in everywhere, even setting this orbital on fire. As the Lings are in the natural as well, getting so many more kills. No, dude, Clem. 25 SCVs, and finally, Reynor chewing through that bank of workers Clem has been building constantly, taking Clem down to 28 SCVs. And Clem, he's got a lot of pressure still on this side of the map. His drops are still doing so well here. This one is actually going to unload completely and fight a really nice fight against these Lings. 10 drones going down. Can Clem get enough damage to make it okay? It feels so hard for him right now. One of the medevacs falls here. The Queen gets taken down, so this medevac will stay alive with 4 Marines in it. We have Lings and Banes in here cleaning up these Marines, forcing the lift up. Some Liberators here for Clem. Reynor doesn't really have anything that deals with Liberators. But the Marines, again, force the lift up and get on out of there. This drop comes back in. The Queen burrowed to stay alive. Damn. 3 Marines will finally get cleaned up, and Reynor will have control of his side of the map. Well, the Lings burrow, but Clem spotted that, and he's going to scan and just clean all of this up. But even a scan is painful here for Clem. He needs every mule he can get. Clem's economy is in the absolute dumpster, and Reynor, despite taking a lot of losses here, trading a little bit more poorly, his economy is now much better than his opponent's. No transfuse there is a bit painful. Oh my god, he loses that Queen as well. Clem down here pushing. Widowmine gets a nice connection. I'm trying to pull back to the second Widowmine. The Reynor splits off. He should be able to push this back. At the same time, Lings get back into this base. More SCV damage getting done here before they are cleaned up. Oh, and there's Banelings getting ready. There's so many Widowmines for Clem. Well, some drone damage, though. Clem drops into this base. He still has this drop down here. Not doing anything just yet, but finds a beautiful position against this as Banelings come in. 15 SCVs now going down. But Reynor's still struggling to deal with this on the other side of the map. Finally, the Banes come in, force the lift up. Even gets that Widowmine out of there. 17 Widowmines on the map. There's almost more Widowmines than Marines. That's actually crazy. And I mean, this is what's going to get good value for Clem. He needs these Widowmines to just stay alive as long as possible. Get as much value as they can. Clem keeping the pressure on so much. He's down so far in workers, but he has taken the army supply lead by just trading better and better and better. He's up 6k resources in the trades now. Although it looks like as the Marines die here, the Lings should be able to clean up the rest of these Widowmines. My god, they're still trading well, though. So many kills on these mines. It's insane. And the Marines now going to hold their own for a little while. Clem will pick them up and get out of there. But the main base, Reynor not able to deal with the main base. Is Clem actually doing this right now? Another Queen pops, it just dies immediately. And Clem's going to boost out of there. I feel like a Sport Crawler right here would actually be so sick. Clem continuing to push across the map. Clem has taken the supply lead. Is he actually going to do this? He kills the base. I know it's the 5th base, but he kills it. 7 more drones going down. Reynor still almost doubling Clem's worker count. But Clem doesn't seem to care. He's just continuing to build units and funnel them across the map, taking excellent trades. He's now up 8,000 resources in the trades over his opponent. It was 6,000 just a few seconds ago. Reynor in position for this fight, though. As the Widow Mines get some big hits. Oh, man. Continuing to fall back to more and more mines. Reynor trying to split against them. Just kills a couple there. And the Marines will be forced to pick up and get out. 6 more drones going down, though. How did that happen? Where did that happen? During all of this, how is that possible? There's a bunch of drones not mining. Reynor, get back to mining. Oh, my God. They're just not doing it. They're just not doing it. They're lazy. Reynor trying to push in over here and maybe stop this gold base from being taken. I think that's the main CC flying over to be a gold base. Certainly is. Reynor gets pushed back. There's Widow Mines over here. These mines are going to try to be annoying and kill some drones, perhaps. A Liberator siege is up over this base. There's 2 queens here, but they're not paying attention. They're going to transfuse. Okay, some more queens come from the backside. Widow Mine gets another hit on this side. Damn. Finally, these drones went back to mining. But Reynor down to 43 drones. God, this game is so insanely scrappy. And if Clem's able to keep mining from this base, Reynor's got to do something about that, man. He's got some Banelings headed that way. Okay. He's got to do something about it. These medevacs also staying alive for so long, helping out. But the Banelings come in. Clem a little slow to react. Oh, and he even burrows a couple Banes. It's going to be 9 dead workers. Clem down to 18 SCVs as the Baneling landmine does not connect this time. Ling's trying to come in and help clean this up, but they're going to have to get pulled back. Some Banelings are showing up as well, though. There's one Widow Mine here. Can it get the big shot? Oh my God, it kills a medevac. Clem trying to split those medevacs away. They go to the wrong side, and suddenly the Lings are here. Clem doesn't have enough Marines in position. He's got so many Widow Mines, though. Oh my God, they just keep getting damage. But now Reynor is into this 3rd base, and that's all of Clem's mining. He's going to lift this base. Clem down to 4 SCVs. I don't even know where they are. There's one here. They're just hanging out around the map. And I think Reynor has finally done it. I mean, there's just no way. There's no way. Look, he even burrows here. Clem can't scan. He's got to land a command center to scan. Oh my God. It's alive? Clem? Clem, please. I don't even know if he can afford to repair it. He's got no money. Some Banelings get jumped on, but there's just so many Lings. Oh my God, these Widow Mines, though. Reynor just doing his best to split off against the mines. What a split that was. Damn. That one doing friendly fire, killing another medevac. I think Reynor's finally done it. I don't think Clem can hold on anymore. I thought it was over like 30 minutes ago. Somehow Clem fighting this out over and over and over again. But I think at this point, he's just out of money. He's got 2 minerals. He has no income. He's long distance mining. He can't even land. Oh my God, he finally lands it to drop some mules, to get some minerals. But even then he has to repair also. Look at his minerals go down as they go up. A Widow Mine with 16 kills over here. And giving vision. Oh, the one Baneling landmine. It gets scanned and killed. No luck there for Reynor. This Widow Mine, just with a casual 20 kills, 9 kills, 23 kills. I'm sorry, make that 11 kills now. So much damage here. Whoa! Banelings get caught. Clem paying attention. He's just going to tap out. That's it. Realizes he can't fight it out anymore. And Reynor goes up 2-0. A 20-minute game. An insane 20-minute game. We had somebody trying to sneak into the lobby. Yeah, what a game, man. What a game. Sorry, I got distracted at the end of that game. Trying to make sure we didn't have anybody in the lobby that shouldn't be. But I can't believe Clem stayed alive for as long as he did. Just getting absolutely blasted with those counterattacks. But Reynor on such a scrappy economy basically made it so he had to get that damage done. And eventually it was enough. We're going to hop in to game number 3. And despite fighting that last one out, we do find ourselves on match point. In the upper left-hand corner of hard lead, we have our Basilisk gamer, the Zerg player. It's Reynor. Up 2-0. Just needs one more win to take this. And his opponent in the lower right for Team Liquid fought his heart out in that last game, made it so much closer than it should have been. It is Clem. I see somebody in chat asking why not build more drones and kill the mines? That sounds so easy. But when you're in those kinds of games, if Reynor had spent, let's say, 10 larvae on drones, right? Just one round of drones. That's 20 less lings. Can you think of a single moment in that game where he could afford to have 20 less lings? Because I can't. I can't. That game was so insanely close. Even though Reynor spent every single bit of money he had on units, I think if he had tried to make even a few small rounds of drones in there, I think Clem would have overwhelmed him. And also a big part of the reason why the mines stayed alive for so long, they were, first of all, spread all throughout the map. And Reynor was so broke, he couldn't just have overseers constantly everywhere. I don't think he had overseer speed in that game at all. So they were slow to join up with the army. So a lot of those widow mines, they just got missed when there's action everywhere. In multiple of your bases, in multiple of your opponent's bases, all at the same time, constantly. It's hard to keep track of where all the mines are. It's hard to keep track of... I mean, the fact that Reynor was splitting as much as he was is insane. But it's hard to then clean those mines up afterwards. Make sure you have an overseer there and make sure to pay attention to every single aspect of it. And, you know, Clem's building more mines through that. He's burrowing more mines around. And those mines are just gaining more and more value. That's a big part of the reason why Clem was able to have so much value in that game. Because of how well those mines did. There's so much going on. It actually becomes impossible at a certain point to like clear the mines up like that. We're gonna follow somebody else's observing for a moment here, as I have somebody who really needed some love. So I have to be a good cat dad and give some love for a moment here. Don't mind me. We're hoping Clem can pull it back. You know, I don't want to see a 3-0. I always prefer 5-game series. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for sure. Reynor's been looking very good. And that multitasking has just been absolutely killer. Reynor with the splits against the Widow Mines is like, it's crazy. It's crazy that he's able to do that. And then adding things in like a few burrowed banes here and there. Yes, other than that very first one in game 1, they really haven't done too much. But the threat of them is just one more thing that Clem has to now consider. Anytime he's off creep, anytime he's roaming around with groups of Marines, he's got to consider burrowed banes in specific spots on the map. And that's a hard thing to hold in your mind when you have 8 million other things going on at once. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really liking Reynor's play here. I do hope we get to see Clem take a win, though. And we have a bit of a different opener here. We got the cloaked Banshees coming out to play. I don't think this game's going to feel quite as scrappy as last game. Last game was so weird. I think I've seen a game like that, like a TVZ like that in a while. That was wild. But now we've got Hellions and Banshees coming in. Cloak not quite done yet. The Banshees got to be careful. Pulls back. Got to dodge these queens as well. One queen does go down, but I think the Banshee's got to go home and get repaired up now. Cloak is almost done. Second Banshee's almost done. Hellion's going to dive forward again. Looking for another queen kill. They get it. That's surprising. You rarely see Hellions killing queens. Clem taking a quick third CC here. This is what we like. This is what we like to see. Lots of macro coming out. Reynor pumping those drones up. Doesn't have a fourth base yet, though. As I say that, the drone heads over there to put down the fourth base. So pretty good, pretty chill. Baneling Nest finishing up. I think I saw Evo Chambers, although I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. Ooh, Banshee's going to try to force a cancel on this base. Transfuse is not going to be possible because the hatch is still building. But there is an Overseer here with these 3 queens. He's going to force the cancel anyways. Ooh, ooh. No, the queens are there in time. Wow. Great movement right now from Reynor. Somehow keeping this base alive. Kills a Banshee as well, and it looks like the Hellions got pushed away on the other side. I don't see any drones going down. Reynor doing a great job defensively. But Clem on the other side of the map, macroing very nicely. The arm supplies are dead even. Clem only down a few workers, but, you know, with mules, should be good on the economy. And now we've got the Marines, the mines coming out. 1-1 is already about halfway done for Clem. There's the double Evo from Reynor that I thought I saw earlier, but I guess I absolutely did not. But this is very interesting. Reynor going for a Spire. So his Evo chambers are done. He could start up 1-1, but he might want to save some gas for those mutas. And get the mutas out before starting up 1-1. That does mean it's a big delay on 1-1. Ooh, the Widow Mines. Gonna kill the Banelings. Get a couple of Lings as well. But the Marines get pushed away. There's the 10 mutas. So yeah, this 1-1's gonna be super late for Reynor. That could be a problem for him later on, but he's gonna get those 10 mutas out. And I don't think Clem has any idea these mutas are on the way. Does not have any missile turrets going down at all. But his 1-1 is done. His armory is done. He can start up 2-2 and potentially have a 2 upgrade lead on his opponent the entire game, which would be pretty massive. I'm clearing some of this creep over on the left-hand side here. He's got a couple of Widow Mines with this as well, so Reynor's going to have to be careful engaging. Oh my god, never mind. It's Clem who has to be careful engaging as those Banelings just smash into the Marines. At least he gets a good Widow Mine shot on the backside to make up for it. But now there's mutas out. And these mutas could either go across the map or they could just help clean up these drops. And that seems to be the game plan here. The Banelings again smashing in Clem. Eating some massive Baneling shots there. Killing a lot of Marines and a lot of those Hellbats. And Reynor's going to have to pull back from the Marine mine that's reinforcing. But this has been a good start for Reynor. Oh, he's going to try to jump on this now. Where are the mines? I don't see any big mine hits. And it looks like that's going to get pushed away. Clem back on his heels right now, and Reynor's got to be feeling real happy about that. His 5th base is on the way up. He's up to 78 drones. He's got more mutas on the way with +1 on that Spire. The Reynor is committing to muta production. Clem needs to be prepared for that. Of course, he does have some turrets up now. He's got a Thor on the way out. He's counting on there being more mutas. He's expecting it. Got that Widow Mine spread again as well. That's something I've heard Reynor complain about quite a bit, along with every other Zerg on the face of the earth. Widow Mines being spread out all over the place. And just like that, in just one moment, that was a lot of dead Zerglings there to just one Widow Mine. Which you got to be careful of. So while Clem is eating some big Baneling shots, Reynor has eaten a few big Widow Mine shots as well. They amount to basically the same thing. There's a lot of lost mineral-based units here. Reynor going up to 17 mutas. Looking for a way in, but Clem's starting to push forward a little bit. He's got Widow Mines here. He's bringing the Thor. He still has the drop on the right-hand side as well that can threaten. He's not pushing in super hard. He hasn't scanned over here yet either. It's a little surprising to me. He's got 3 orbitals. I feel like there should be a scan available. He decides to pull back, leaving the Widow Mines out here. Something that Reynor's going to have to be considerate of. Because the mutas are trying to get into the main base. A lot of mutas up here. Oh, no, no, no. Reynor, no. Slightly less mutas up here. More turrets going down as Clem realizes how many mutas there are. Marines will stim up here and push these away. Mutas need to be real careful hiding in the corner. Ling's going to try to get a run by. They might be able to get in here. Actually, they could probably jump on this Thor. Yeah, Reynor's like, hold on. That's a good unit to grab. Can he kill it before any medevac shows up? Yes, he can. That's a big kill. Thors are expensive. Dodges most of that Widowmine shot, too, and gets into the natural mineral line. He's going to kind of focus down the missile turret, but I think he's just going to end up losing these guys. However, he's pulling Clem all the way back home. Forcing a scan. There it is. Reynor pulls back. Clem going to move out once again using these Widow Mines as a helpful defense, but Reynor clearing up some of those Widow Mines now. Both players are maxed, starting to bank up some money. Reynor's 2-2 is not quite done yet. It's close. It's not quite there yet as he pushes this back with some Banelings. We see that Clem hasn't been able to fully keep up on those upgrades. He was 2 full upgrades ahead. Now 3-3 is only about halfway done as his opponent's 2-2 finishes up. Still going to give him a nice upgrade lead for a while, but not quite as big as maybe it could have been. Muta's heading back into the main base. There are some turrets, and there's a couple of Widow Mines here. Ooh, big Widow Mine hits. Going to make this very painful for these Mutas to dive in on top of this. But they're going to do it anyways, forcing a bunch of Marines up here. Very over-stim Marines, actually. And at the same time, Reynor going to try to knock into this base. I think he's just going to try to knock this base down. Ooh, as the Banelings roll forward, he decides to go for the base instead. Uses all those Banelings on that. Clem going to replace it with an orbital. Doesn't really lose any SCVs, though. Lings and Banes try to come in here as well. Clem pulls away. Clem doing a great job defending, but as I say that, the Mutas are going to get on top of this starport and get the starport kill. That's kind of huge, actually. That was the only starport. There's no other starport, which means no more medevacs. Now, there are 8 out already, but it's going to be a while before any more can start coming out. Ooh, these Banelings. Oh, Clem, not drawn up there enough. Close, but not quite. No cigar. Muta's coming back into the main base. Nope, never mind. They go down to the 3rd. Oh, there's only 1 missile turret here. They will take that out happily. Kill some of these SCVs. Just a few going down, but again, pulling Clem back. All of this is really good at just keeping Clem's army back at home. That's not where Clem wants his army to be. He wants it out on the map doing damage, but every time he pulls it back, and now Reynor in here at the 3rd with the run by as well. A lot of SCVs going down. These Mutas are starting to fall. The Muta count down to just 4. Oof. And those 4 just trying to run away, but 16 SCVs dying. Reynor on 90 drones, still banking while maxed. Clem scans, though. Sees those burrowed Banes over on the left side. We haven't seen any burrowed Banes hit lately. But again, it's something that Clem has to consistently consider. As the Lings come back in here, nice Widow Mine shot there, but shoot through some of that static defense. Refinery going down here, going to get replaced immediately. There's still a few Mutas back here. Just 3 of them, but enough where Clem might have to worry about it. Ooh, ooh, hold on. Ooh. Oh, there's a turret going down right next to him. Some banelings connect on the left-hand side. And unfortunately for Reynor, these banelings are not likely to make it very long. Ah, they turn around, they kill the SCV at least. Scan to see what's up here. I think he sees that it's 3 mutas and doesn't care anymore about it. If anything, I think it'd be better for Reynor to lose those mutas so that he can replace them with better units out here that are doing something. He does get a nice surround on a lot of these units. It looks like Adrenal is done, as is that 3-3. And now Reynor's going into Hydras. He's heading towards Lurkers. Getting into that late game tech as we have entered the late game. There's Ghosts on the way. There's Liberators on the way. Lurkers are the next stage of evolution for Reynor, which means he's going to have to try to push this creep, get some Spore Crawlers and Vipers out as well. As the mutas come back in, very successfully sacrifice themselves to the altar. As Reynor pushes in with a bunch of Lurkers, and I don't know if Clem was quite ready for this. It seems like he's been caught off guard. He's going to lose the base. A couple more command centers in danger of going down. Clem, though, he's going to scan. He's going to be able to clear these Lurkers out and push the Lings and Hydras away. Double scanning just to make sure he's gotten everything. Clearing out that infestation. Reynor a little supply blocked. He's built some Overlords. He's busting out more Lings, more Hydras. Going to get more Lurkers up. And more Banes. I'm surprised we have not seen any Vipers, though. No Vipers coming out for Reynor. And Reynor's taking the final base on his side of the map. Banelings coming back in here, forcing the cancel and the lift up on the base, and then they're just going to leave. Oh, Baneling landmines. Didn't even see those, and neither did Clem. They don't kill much, but they get some damage done here as Banelings come into this base. That is going to be a dead planetary. Only a couple dead SCVs, but a dead planetary. Hydra's getting sniped down, but the snipes do not connect as the Lingbane Hydra is pushing forward onto this. Reynor at the same time burrowing a bunch of Lurkers over here to try to stop this base from coming up. But Clem's going to just go for the snipes. Gun down these Lurkers very quickly. At the same time, though, on the other side, the Lingbane Hydra comes back in. Going to kill a bunch of these SCVs that are roaming around here. 22 workers going down. Lurker is finally going to get cleared up. But it looks like this base is not going to be very long for this world. As it will burn down. Clem coming over here with the rest of his ghosts now to help clear this up. But 26 SCVs died. Clem down to 44 workers. And, I mean, he's on 5 bases still. Got a nice amount of bases. Still a decent amount of minerals and gas to mine. But Reynor, in the meantime, he's got this base now up. Drones are transferring to. He's on 85 workers, so he is just mining beautifully on his side of the map, even oversaturating your gas, because he can afford to. You can afford it. You're worth it. He's undersaturating this gas, though. That's been unfortunate. Finally, some Vipers coming out. Gonna start sucking up some energy. It's just the one right now. One thing that's been really popular for these Vipers to do is parasitic bomb the medevacs. And we see a lot of these medevacs actually getting kind of low. 1 or 2 parasitic bombs could kill a handful of them. And that could be huge. Reynor F2ing a little bit here. Not that it really matters, but going to lose some units there for free. As he decides to push back into this 5th base, Lings and Banes rolling forward, Hydras and Lurkers sitting in the back. Forces the base away and then pulls back. But this Liberator in the meantime getting a few drone kills and a few queen kills. And this Liberator getting some drone kills as well, and suddenly we might need to see a couple Corruptors out to deal with those long-distance Liberators. Clem tries to push through the middle, but he is getting pushed back by Reynor. Widow Mines do connect on the Banelings. Oof, nice Widow Mine on the backside there as well. Kills a Lurker. Army supplies are very similar. Reynor diving back in, wants to get on top of these ghosts if he can, or at least push them back so he can get this base out of here. Widowmine's burrowing, getting some big hits. Reynor gets in, gets some SCV kills. Ooh, he really wants to keep pushing. He's smelling blood in the water. The Baneling's starting to connect. A couple decent Baneling connections there, but not enough to finish off all those ghosts. Well, the one lurker gets scanned. Some infestors are out. The EMPs do not hit them, though. Plenty more energy where that came from for Clem. And now he's going to counter push. This Liberator's still getting damage over here. A couple more kills. It's up to 9. Oh, we got a fungal on the army, though. Reynor will force Clem to pick up and get back into his base. This is not a planetary, though, so it's just bio against a bunch of Ling Hydra. And that's going to be it. Reynor just overwhelming Clem. Beating him down over and over. And while Clem was taking some good trades, he had some good stuff going on, Reynor's practice is really paying off, man, because he 3-0s Clem in the grand finals. GG, what a series, man. End of that game caught me a little bit by surprise, but it just felt like everything Reynor was doing was working enough to just keep him going, killing some SCVs, keeping the bases from mining consistently, and then just trading out with the army at a decent enough rate with his 90 drones. He's eventually able to take it. Clem is forced to tap out, and that will do it for this week's EPT Cup Europe. Reynor is once again your champion.